My brother watched, I think, every video that existed on this man and said Donald Trump's going to be the next president of the United States. I think Gabe was 15 or 16 at the time. And I said, you are out of your mind, but let me look into it. You're the smartest person I know. I looked into Donald Trump. I thought the most amazing part of everything to do with Donald Trump at that time was that the world was laughing, right? So just like I laughed when Gabe said he's going to be president, the world laughed every single day when Donald Trump said, I'm going to be president. I think he was polling at 2%. And I thought I lost so much confidence. I lost so much of my life. I was very depressed after this injury. I went through a really tough time. I thought the one thing I need is to learn something from this man who gets up every single morning, knows that the whole world, including many people that were his friends, are laughing at him. And he's saying, I'm going to be president of the United States. So I went to volunteer with my brother. We made phone calls. It was like the phone banking operation that every campaign has. We made phone calls from Trump Tower. I have never done anything half-assed. I don't know if we can curse on here. And I thought, I don't want to volunteer. I want to be on this campaign. So I wrote a letter to the data director of the campaign saying, this is what's wrong with the volunteer operation. I found an intern to bring it up to the offices.
What was wrong with it?
A lot was wrong with it, let me tell you, but I fixed it. So I asked this intern to bring it up to the office. The data director called me, I think 48 hours later, offered me a job. And I said, you can't take me without my brother because he actually loves Donald Trump even more than I do.
God, you're right hustler, you, aren't you?
I got
First of all, you weaseled your way in through the intern. Then when you're given the good grace of a job offer, you're like, Gabe's coming.
I said, trust me, you're not going to win without my little brother.
And then Gabe now, he's in charge of data, is that right?
Yeah, so he did data like analytics back then too. Yeah.
And at the beginning, Trump was polling at 2%.
2%. I was volunteering. I think we volunteered maybe 5 times.
You and Gabe, I think, are the architects of the rise of this man.
Exactly. So we joined the campaign. I think Gabe was the youngest staffer on the campaign. We won the election.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
a few people
saw that in the news.
What? They're still not okay with it, so I still have to remind people. So we won. I went back and forth for a few years.
That was because of Russian.
Yeah, well, right. So we are Russians. So we joke that we are the Russian collusion.
So we're starting to piece together now.
Yeah,
it's good. It's like the end of Usual Suspects. I like this.
Yeah, it's just the 21-year-old and the 18-year-old with no college degree who just maneuvered this.